Nigel Benn is a wrecking ball in black trunks, knocking out everything in sight with fists like cannonballs and an attitude soaked in war. But before he can steamroll another opponent, he's confronted by a boxer with zero fear and plenty of words, Chris Eubank.
Take the man's punching power away and he's not in my class, which is plain to see.
This wasn't just a fight, it was a philosophical collision between two different versions of masculinity, two different blueprints of destruction. One represented controlled violence, the other unfiltered rage. So when Nigel Benn finally stepped through the ropes to silence Chris Eubank's mouth, he wasn't just defending his belt, he was defending his identity. In 1990, Nigel Benn was a wrecking machine. He turned pro after serving in the British Army and wasted no time building a reputation. His first 22 fights all ended in knockouts. Most didn't get past the second round. If you were in the ring with Benn, you were on borrowed time. He fought aggressively, with little interest in finesse. Every punch was thrown with full intent. His nickname, the Dark Destroyer, wasn't branding, it was accurate.
He's got to prove himself. Not me.
He went to the United States in 1989 to chase tougher opponents and more exposure. There he stopped Doug DeWitt to win the WBO middleweight title, then defended it against Iran Barkley, knocking him out in the first round. It was a statement win, and it put him on a collision course with the undefeated Chris Eubank. Eubank was everything Benn wasn't: calm, measured, unbothered. He fought out of Brighton but had developed his craft in New York. His style was built around defense, timing, and counterpunching. Where Benn threw punches in bunches, Eubank waited and punished mistakes.
I don't play along with that game. I don't dislike Nigel. I don't really know him to dislike him.
The two men didn't like each other. Benn saw Eubank as arrogant and smug. Eubank viewed Benn as wild and crude. The interviews reflected that. The stare-downs reflected that. It wasn't manufactured tension, it was personal. Stylistically, it was a clash of opposites. Benn came forward, swinging heavy shots, trying to break opponents down. Eubank stayed composed, made reads, and used angles to take control. It was power versus poise. The British public picked sides quickly. Benn had the working class appeal. He was straight-talking, no nonsense, and brutal. Eubank was cleaner, colder, and harder to read. He walked into press conferences with a cane and a bow tie. He quoted poetry. He bowed before fights. The media didn't have to invent a narrative. It was already there. Two undefeated Brits, one brash and explosive, the other calm and clinical. One wanted a war, the other wanted a masterclass. By November, anticipation had reached a boiling point. This wasn't just a title fight anymore. It was a personality clash, and only one of them was going to leave with his ego intact. So now, with the cameras rolling and the insults behind them, all that was left was violence. Two unbeaten men, one ring, and no more talking.
Oh, he's coming outside on. He's throwing punches back early. We knew Benn would come out.
The punches rather than block them, and that could be dangerous. Although he's coming back with decent shots of his own.
Well, we've never been sure with the 24 wins, really.
The base so far, Benn's had to reach with his punches. He's not getting right in and getting the shoulder behind him. Eubank hasn't the tight defence I would expect him to. He's good and sharp in the first round.
The opening rounds were remembered for their lack of jabs or range-finding punches, with both men trying to take each other's heads off from the start. Benn stalked the challenger with pace, while Eubank opted for his flamboyant counter-punching style.
And then he'll walk around and do it for 12.
Oh, that was a shot, Reg. Well, so he can take a shot, that was the one.
Yeah, other fighters haven't stood up with...
He's going to have to try and hurt Benn. He's done it, Reg.
He's done Benn by the look of it. He chopped that right hand down, though. He's right above us, Benn, almost falling down in the ring on us here.
This is what we've seen Benn so dangerous from this position. Here it comes.
He's always saying he likes, you know, for sure. Round 3. To his feet.
Benn's caught him again, but Eubank is taking these punches, and you would think after the success he would come forward, try to take the play away again. Benn is even more dangerous. He's getting away with it, he's doing well, but he should have a tighter defence. He's swaying away from punches, that he's taken a full bloody jab. That's the second he's took in the last couple of seconds.
Backers around in this quite big audience. Oh, as you say, Jim, that's when he's dangerous, isn't it? Oh, he rocked there as well. Four. He's getting...
Yeah, it has. A lovely shot from Eubank. Is he going to follow up this time? Back Benn up. He should never allow Nigel Benn to come forward. See, once again, that's when he's dangerous.
We're going to get a kind of hit and hop it, runaway type of action from him, but it hasn't been the case.
No, well, he certainly gave us a shot. I think that was more of a stumble, Reg.
Well, no, he banged that left hook to the ribs as well. He's not... And he fought Kid Milo, I noticed.
Springing with his right hand of his, he's not throwing the same short, tight punches that he was throwing before Eubank. He's starting to stretch, and his defences have come apart a little bit in this round, Reg.
And if injury causes a stoppage.
Benn landed a powerful right uppercut, causing Eubank to bite his tongue, leading to significant bleeding. Despite the injury, Eubank concealed it from his corner to avoid a potential doctor's stoppage.
Round 5. Tell you what, Jim, it'll be a problem to keep...
Yeah, that was another one, Reg, another good right hand. Eubank takes that well again. Good accurate punch. That's the kind of boxing we expect from Eubank, making the other man miss and punishing him. Too often he's made Benn miss and then he's grabbed hold of him. I think this vision thing might be a problem with Benn now. He's getting nailed with a couple of hits, could be his vision going.
Picking his shots well there, Eubank.
Now Eubank not being backed up quite so much.
I was waiting for something explosive to happen. I really don't know which one can do it either.
By the start of the 5th, Benn's left eye was almost swollen shut and was undoubtedly going to affect him for the rest of the fight.
Round 6. Working feverishly.
Another good.
What confidence is that?
Well, this is what Eubank is better at. He must have been fearing the first 4 rounds of this battle. So he certainly has respect for Eubank now if he didn't come into the ring with it. But he's not stakes, he's trying to draw a lead. There he goes, draws the lead, sticks on the counter. He's taken...
Well, he's made up his mind that Eubank has got it. Oh! Now, I think he might make a meal of that. The damaged undercarriage there. Qualifying, but this referee, well, is unlikely to do that unless it gets persistent into the end of the round. Now that was a good body punch, Jim.
Nothing wrong with that one, Reg. That was on target. I think the punch when he was doing it. Benn's revved up, moved into a different gear now.
Yeah, he's juiced up now, isn't he?
But he's still running on to these punches.
Very difficult fight from Frank Bruno's mouth into round 7. That's swelling down. There's a lot of anxious faces in that corner, particularly here.
Well, I think as Eubank came into the ring tonight, Reg, he must have been wishing it was a 7th round.
Well, there's been all sorts of estimates on how much these fellas are going to earn, but they don't really know yet. Yes, it's not obligatory to put it back. The British rule has now come that if a boxer's gum shield is knocked out.
Well, I think Benn has realised the 5th and 6th weren't his best rounds, so he's now... Will Benn take those, Reg?
So he knows instantly, Eubank, when he's got the man in trouble.
This is where Eubank must be careful.
I'm the only guy who's paid for the talking. Apart from the commentators. Another low blow.
Following the low blow in the previous round, knocking Eubank out of his rhythm, Eubank fought back in the 7th, and with scores fairly even, the fighters began the 8th round.
Vic Andretti
He should do it and come blasting back. hasn't tried to make better use of his jab, because Benn does come straight on in.
Yeah, to be a master of the noble art. Oh, what? Almost came out on her lap surgeon. A little bit of... 3 American judges.
Round 9.
So it's all about the last furlong, as it were. And he has finished a 12-rounder, actually, Eubank against an Argentinian, but that was an easily forgotten fight, actually.
But it's maybe a little bit late for that now, Reg. I think Benn has to keep doing it. Eubank just a little bit negative.
Well, a back punch landed on the back of his leg, actually, as he was falling. I think he was falling for that.
That was Benn.
Oh, what a shot that
Shot
is.
really super.
Opened him up with the left hand and then shot the right hand over, and it connected. There's the countdown.
The eyes watch, Reg. This will be the finish of the belt.
And
Yes,
it's all over in the 9th round. And would you believe...
An abrupt stoppage to a thrilling fight, and Eubank is declared the winner by 9th round TKO. They wouldn't fight again for 3 years, and when they did, the controversy continued.
114 to 114, even a draw. The decision.
Yes, it's a draw. Well,
draw.
we thought Ben just stole it.
The tension didn't fade with time, it followed them everywhere. Gladiators.
Will you fight him again?
If I do, he's not beating me.
There you go. That's what I wanted to ask.
No cameras, no lights, just a grudge with no expiry date. Subscribe for more, because this rivalry refuses to go away, and frankly, we're here for it.